I am 100% me, and I'll be making some cool effects today. Bing! A bit over a month ago, GeminiTay uploaded a video in which she found a wisp.
Wait, what is that?
And later on she found another one.
Hey, what's that? It looks like another wisp. We'd better follow the lore, I guess.
Now these wisps lead her to her fate. And I cannot help but wonder if these wisps were inspired by a certain other red-headed princess. Anyway, it gave me the idea to try and bring Brave's wisps into Minecraft. Now as you can see, these wisps form a line, a sort of path for Merida to follow. But there is this one shot in particular where you can see they disappear and then reappear right after. And that's the behavior that I wanted to mimic. So let's get started, shall we? First we need to know what this wisp is going to be in Minecraft. Minecraft has a marker entity, which is perfect for our use case today. With this command I summon the marker, and then I give it the name wisp. And this is what it looks like. The reason we're using a marker is because it doesn't render on the client side. Makes it perfect for our use case. Now we can give it our own design. Over here I have a command that, right over at the marker that is a wisp, it will play a particle dust, and this is some colors, and this is positioning, and I don't know what this is exactly, but essentially what it does is that. Ooh, you see that? Ooh, you can barely see it. Let's make this a little bit longer, shall we? Add a lever here. There you go. This is what our wisps will look like. And let's get rid of all this output, the chat spamming. Now we have a really big problem. You see the wisps, they kind of lead you to your fate, but in Minecraft, being such a big and open sandbox game, you don't really have a path. Which is a bit of a shame, because I cannot use command blocks to sort of just guess where you're going, right? I've done some thinking about it, and I figured these Minecraft wisps are something you're just going to have to place manually somehow. And we're doing that with this command block over here. Now, as I start walking around, you see wisps get placed wherever I go. Which means they also get placed in the air. Look at that. Woo! This command will spawn a wisp whenever there isn't one in a 5-block radius. Now as you can see, I've created already quite a few, and it's kind of becoming a big mess. I think we need a reset button. Kill at E, marker, name is wisp. And there they go. They're gone now. Now, of course, this command block is still running, so I'm creating more. Now, we cannot always have the player generate wisps, right? They're supposed to show you where you're going, not where you've been. Now, I sort of figured the easiest way of going about this is with a trigger command. And then we'll also create one to stop it, a bit like so. I think I made a mistake somehow. So now I've got this command that detects when I trigger wisp place start, and it gives me the tag wisp placer. And I've modified this one so that it can only place wisps when someone has the tag wisp placer. So let's test it, shall we? And there we go, it works. Fantastic. And now I've also added a trigger to stop it. And it doesn't work. Uh-oh, that would be because I hadn't activated it. See, now it's stopped. Now at this point in the video, there is a pretty good chance there are some people watching and wondering, hey Percy, why don't you just stuff all of those commands into a data pack directly? To which the answer is, well, this is just a better workflow for me. I like to figure it out in Minecraft. You can update the command, you get instant feedback. I don't have to type reload all the time. I'm a bit lazy like that. Now at this point we can just sort of walk through the woods and lay out a beautiful path with these wisps. And when we're done, we just trigger the stop one. There you go. And now in theory, we can already follow them, of course. That's not very difficult. But again, I was trying to mimic a different kind of behavior. And I'm going to use these two trigger commands for it. So now I've added some command blocks for those triggers. They don't really do a whole lot yet. What I want to happen is have these wisps only play their particles when the player who's following them is close by. And for that we'll need to change this command a little bit. Alright, I want you to look right over there a little bit. You see, as I get a little closer, the wisps start showing up. In fact, when I get close enough to them, they disappear again. So now we have a trail of wisps that start showing up. as the player follows the trail. Isn't that awesome? Now I want to tweak these numbers a little bit still. I think they don't disappear quickly enough. But other than that, this is pretty cool, isn't it? Let's test this together. How is this? Now I think now they are disappearing a little too quickly. I need to do something in between what I have and what I had. Look at that! That is pretty cool, isn't it? As you get close to them, they disappear. And they pop right up when you get closer to the next ones. That's cool. There is, however, one problem with this, and that's when you get far enough away and you look backwards, they show right back up behind you again. Now we can't really have that, can we? I just learned why you should always have them in data packs. Data packs are things you can disable. Command blocks you cannot. And so when you just kill an entity, but you do it wrong, and you cannot get back to the place because it will kill you, that's kind of a problem. Let's see if I can fix it. Okay, here we are. We're back in business. Luckily, all I needed to do is just remove the tag here. I just really quickly wanted to look something up. I don't even remember what I was doing now. Oh, right, yeah, so the wisps. We need to do something about them so that they don't show up when you've already passed them. We can't really have that. I figured we could just kill them. That's why I was killing things. And that's also why I was dying. So now what we should see is if we follow this path, this trail of wisps, they don't show up anymore when we've already passed them. Alright, I think that's good. And that was a lot quicker than I expected, but I think that's actually the majority of the project completed. This is where I usually put it into a data pack, but that will be boring to watch. So I'm going to do that off camera real quick. Now, as you can see, all the command blocks that were over here are now gone, and that's because wisps now come in data pack form. And I figured I'd take this opportunity to just walk you through it, how they work. Once you've placed your wisps data pack into the data pack folder of your world, you want to type in this command. This will set up all the scoreboards needed to run the data pack. Please note, you'll need to be OP on a server or have cheats enabled in your single player world to run this command. Once you've run that command, you're probably ready to start placing the wisps. You'll do that by typing in this command over here. Trigger wisp place start. At this point, wisps will start getting placed wherever you walk. Please note you can't see them though. I also do not recommend flying while placing them. Your wisps will be placed right up into the air. Once you are finished making your path, you want to trigger wisp place stop. Now you're free to move around again, and wisps will not be placed anymore. When you're ready to start following your wisp, you'll want to trigger wisp follow start. Now you may notice that this is a change from how it was previously. I believe originally this was called wisp path start. And once I triggered, you can see instantly the wisps start showing up. Now these still work exactly as advertised, in that they disappear when I get close to them. Now you will notice that there are a whole bunch of them in the air, and they were placed here when I started flying up. Now when you're done following the path, that's it. Nothing more is necessary, which is another change I made. Originally, you would have had to type in this command as well, but I figured it's easier if you don't have to do that. I did, however, include it into the data pack just in case. If ever you're following the wisps and you want to stop following them halfway through, you can trigger this command and it will remove all wisps currently in your world. When you are completely done with your wisps, you can run this command. This will get rid of any remaining wisps in the world, and it will also clean up the scoreboards. Personally, I always find it a really nice touch. A clean way of getting rid of all the scoreboards. That way you don't get a way too big list of unnecessary scoreboards in your world. But with all that being said, done and built, I think this is it for today's video. This is a different type of video than usual, isn't it? Me doing more command block, data pack, technical Minecraft sort of stuff. I'm wondering if you'd like to see more of that from me in the future. If you do, please let me know in the comments down below down there. I'm really curious to hear your feedback on this topic. Also, links to GeminiTay's videos will be in the description, and I kinda just want to thank GeminiTay for the amazing inspiration. And other than that, I think that I just want... Wait. What's that? It's a wisp! It will lead me to my fate! I've gotta go, I've gotta follow it! See you later! Bye! Wisp! Wisp!